Hey, Piano, I see your question. Real quick, do you have a Scopely ID set up for each of those emails? That would be step number one, and more than happy to help walk you through that process. Give us a second. Yes, Slug, I shall do as you ask. I shall acquiesce to your requests. And fade in. And music down. Let's go, everybody. Welcome into the stream. It's Sunday, a little bit early because the New Orleans Saints are on a bye week this week, so I can actually do my normal time, which is acceptable to my EU and maybe a little bit easier APAC friends. I think in New Zealand it's like 1 in the morning right now, but slightly easier. Leo, James, everybody, welcome in. Hope you're all having an amazing weekend. It's been a very eventful weekend, pun intended there. The Treasury we can talk about. We can talk about the different event structures, the heroic SMS change based on feedback. I know it might not be what everybody wanted, but it was a legitimate change based on feedback that y'all had provided, so that's good. Yeah, we'll talk about all those different things. And also, if you're here, instead of doing like a Christmas type fundraiser for my family, those who don't know, we are doing the Pokemon giveaway, so that's not affected by this. But instead of just saying, hey guys, there's a Christmas donation goal, what we did is we're doing a couple of sponsored streams over the next couple months. We've been doing them on Twitch. Real quick, if you do want to help out, there's the link. You just need to play Marvel Strike Force with my link, get to level 10. We need 30 more people. There are 150 people here. So if 1 out of every 5 people would use that link today and get to level 10, I can literally do it in under an hour, but I don't want to break the system with multiple accounts. Check it out and come play with us. So yeah, we've got that. We've got mergers. There's a lot to actually talk about. Actually, just thinking about it, there's a lot of things to discuss. But yeah, if y'all want to help out, there is a promo we're doing, and all you got to do is play with that link and get to level 10 on your mobile device, and that will help out. So we need 30 more people. You got a problem with the SLB scoring? A few people did, where certain armadas were having some scoring issues. I did have a lot of those get pushed up to lay overlords. So just an FYI, I would put in a ticket with customer support and see if you can get kind of like some recompense. Obviously, working with CS is a pain. Doug, thank you so much, by the way. Working with CS is a pain. So, first time live viewer, building a 3098 piece original Enterprise Mega Blocks kit from 2014 while I listen. Mike, I actually have that piece and finished that piece. And we actually showed it off on stream. When did we do that? It was probably a couple weeks ago. But yeah, did the same one. That's awesome. MB says milestones are ludicrous. Well, milestones were greatly improved, or the ability to complete was greatly improved this go around. Oh, wrong one. Now, whether we like it or you like it rather is obviously going to be very subjective. But they did make it easier for G3 and G4 players after the update. So now it's they doubled the G3 and G4 uncommon scoring from last week. So last week, G3 uncommon only got 20 points, and the G4 uncommon only got 30 points. They doubled that. Nothing changed with the rares, G5 or G6. So it was made easier this month after the rebalance. Is it easy? No. At the same time, it's not supposed to be. And like, I know I'm going to get called a shield by somebody, but I don't want to sound like a Scopely shield. It is a heroic, and I just want to remind you that the design of heroics If you see the word heroic or you see the word leaderboard, go ahead and assume spend event. Heroics are 100% meant to be a spend event. They're based on a pack value. They're not based on like an event structure value. So some events can be based off, hey, we want to give away this amount of material a month. Then you have some events that are based off, okay, this is what we want it to be worth. Either somebody saved up this amount or spend this amount to finish this event. So do keep in mind that if you see heroic, it is quite literally designed to be spent. But with the recent changes based on feedback, it is easier to complete now versus last week. Much easier. Thiep, Kevin, good to see both of you. Raj, so this one has been really good. My aim was reaching 3 milestones each week. This time was relatively easier. Well, that is a good way to do it if you want to. You can either save up and completely complete one, or you can kind of do your strategy, which is just trying to hit the first 3 versus doubling it to hit the final. It just really comes down to how many shards you're trying to earn and everything, honestly. So yeah, not a bad strategy at all, Raj, if that's what you're trying to do. TJ, good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're having a fantastic morning / afternoon / evening, depending on where you are. So good to see all of you, as always. And as always, if you've got any type of Star Trek Fleet Command question, you can just throw it out and we'll hit it up. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, let me get back into the heroic is nice, doable now. Paulo likes it, good. So all right, so I'm getting a general feeling of positivity towards the change. Would that be most people? James says, I completed the SMS in no time. Only issue I have is I'm Oz 51 in the same group as 60 plus players. So James, that was set for this month only because this month G6 came out. Next month, G6 will be getting their own leaderboard brackets, their own bracket system. You don't have to worry about that. That was a 1 month temporary thing. And I'll be honest, this is one thing I tend to side with Scopely on because it just launched this month. So it rolls over in the next month. I get the logic. But just if you weren't aware, it wasn't planned to keep them in the brackets. That's not going to stay that way. That was just this month, this is a start. They're rolling out G6. And truthfully, even for Scopely, you had no idea how many people are actually going to go into G6, right? Like, you could have 2,000 people going to G6. You have 200. You could have, 5,000. It's just a gamble. Granted, I think it's safe to say that, we know this game has a heavy number of spenders, but still it's a gamble. So everything was set, stayed 50 plus, but it will change in December. A lot of big things coming out in December, actually. So 1 second. I realized I hadn't brought one of the lights over here. And so I was like, why is mine so dark? That would be why. So yeah, that is going to change for next month. And you will see the events change. At least that's what the overlords have said. When they're going to move / fix the cube cutting beam tax. Chris, this is something that is being heavily discussed. I don't have a definite on you, but I can tell you this. As of yesterday, talking with the devs, it had not been shut down. As in, it wasn't a no in removing the tax. So that doesn't mean, I want to be very clear, I'm not saying you're getting the tax completely removed. I'm saying it is being discussed. What I feel like is probably going to happen, and this is literally based on feeling alone, is some type of compromise is reached where they alleviate the level of the tax, but the tax stays. That's what I assume happens. Now, I hope it gets completely removed. Obviously, I push for complete removal. But historically, what tends to happen with Scopely is some mix, right? Like, take the heroic milestone that just got changed, right? Heroic milestone just got where the uncommons for G3 and G4 were doubled, but nothing else changed. Like, they didn't increase the rares. They didn't increase anything else. It was just that. So a little bit of a mix there. Oh, dang it. I forgot they got that officer out. Oh, well, I'm going to miss part of that. Hopefully we still get this critical tomorrow. But anyway, yeah. Is G5 good now for free to play? I mean, there are multiple free to play who are in G5. Good is a very relative term. Can you get to G5 as a free to play? Absolutely. I would say that the only place in the game for free to play, like the maximum level that it is still easy to time sync and progress is into the 40s, G4. You can G1, technically G1 does exist, G1 through G4 as a free to play relatively easily without feeling a ton of burden and have fun. It scales up significantly in G5 still. G5 will not become friendly for probably 6 to 12 more months. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't already changes happening in G5. Many of you have seen them. But if we're talking about like just being easy for free to play just to jump up on in there, you're still probably got another 6-12 months before that becomes a very common thing. More adjustments to the economy being made, and then you'll see that happen. But you're not there quite yet. And honestly, there aren't that many free to play in that region anyway. Yes, there are some. I actually love giving them shout outs. We've talked about Decix before, and we've talked about several people before. There are definitely people out there who, as a free to play, have made it to a very high and impressive level. But it's not like there's a super high amount. Most who are pure free to play are still between levels 25 and 45. So Jen says G5 does not suck for free to play. Plenty of alliance mates at 53 with G5 uncommon who are free to play at very low spend. Okay, well you're mixing things. You're combining free to play with spenders, and that's not the same. As someone who basically has a stupid economy memorized, it is not healthy for G5 players that are pure free to play. It's just simply not. And even light spenders, if you are a battle pass only spender, it is still not very advantageous. Now, the low 50s aren't that much of a burden, but I promise you, you start getting that 55, 56 range, you are going to feel it. It is a different experience. So it's just a warning. It's not appropriate to tell people that G5 doesn't suck, because it does. If you play the G5 economy, you understand how it works. It is not made to be completable, as in you are not able to complete everything that you need to do without spending. That includes events. Now, can you make it up there? Yes. Yes, but first, number one, just because you brought up Shin, how are you sourcing rare for that G5 economy for those free to play? How are those pure free to play sourcing rare? I'm gonna go ahead and answer for you. They're not. They're not really. So I just don't want anybody to get advice and jump up there and hate it. But you can go up there. Just know that it's not designed to be kind of like how G3 has been adjusted, G4 has been adjusted for some time, right? So just be warned. Do what you want. It's your game. I'm not trying to stop you. Like, if you're level 49, you're bored as heck, level up. Like, if you were level 49 and you're bored as heck, level up. I'm just letting you know some of the upcoming pitfalls, and that G5's premium paywall has not been lifted. And hey, Sam, how are you doing? Good to see you. Performance early G5 is okay, mid G5 would be awful. And even then, I don't even want to say early G5 is okay, because so much changes. Like, for example, if you're a free to play or a light spender, one of the biggest bottlenecks that you're going to run into is G4 ship parts. Well, if you go into the early G5, G4 ship parts are gone. No more. You hit level 53, no more G4 ship parts for you, buddy. Done. I mean, you can get little scraps here and there, but for the most part, you're done getting them. You know, so it's you just got to be very careful with, because I don't want free to play again. My thing is always trying to find a balance for all the players where they could be happy. They could be happy to spend, but they don't feel the pressures of the game. Right? I don't want you to feel that pressure. And that's why I list out the warning. But feel free, like anybody, y'all can go up there. I'm just letting y'all know. I mean, hell, I'm sitting at 49 and I have an account in the 50s. So I'm just speaking from my experience and the experience of players that I've talked to. So Voyager Refinery for ship parts. Voyager Refinery at tier 8 switches to G5 ship parts. So yeah, you could say level 53, but also level 53, you have the ability to upgrade your Voyager to tier 8. If you do that, bye-bye G4 ship parts again. So it's, yeah, if you are, all right, let me just go, because apparently we got the most knowledgeable players in the game. If you are one of the most knowledgeable players in the game and you can self-manage the economy and you understand the pitfalls of each individual level up and you decide to go 50 plus, awesome. For the general person that listens to this show and listens to the videos and isn't a savant at the game, be warned, G5 is not for free to play. That's all I'm trying to say. If you truly understand the pitfalls at each level and you know what's going on and you can handle it, enjoy 5-star, because there's some awesome stuff up there. I love the ships. I can't wait to get my Vorcha. I can't wait to get my Corvus. All that's legit. I just want to make sure that everybody is on the same page. And this is the drawback to being me, in that I try to cater to everybody. Like, I don't cater to a specific group of like dolphin spenders, whale spenders, pure free to play. I try to cater to everybody, which means generic advice is generic. And then I end up going on 10-minute tangents. Apologies. I love y'all though. I'm level 49. I'm running out of things to spend on. I spend 120 a month. How high should I go? So Roger, at 120 a month spending, so we're just talking, I'm assuming Battle Pass and like One Prime, Battle Pass and Treasury, Battle Pass and monthly unlock. I would say for you, 53. Yeah, working at 53. And the reason I give that like a frame of reference is the cost to repair like a tier 2 Sompec, depending on your research, several billion tritanium, right? And unless you raid or are religious about events in the mid and upper 50s, it's really hard to get a lot of that tritanium, let alone the upgrades, because the upgrade costs are ridiculously high. So if you're spending 120 a month, 53, a lot of things are going to get better for you. One, you're going to have more ships, and that's easily going to eat up a lot of your money. Two, Syndicate improves as you level up into the 50s. A lot of that gets better. So that's a positive. You also have a Nova. Nova is a game changer for your mining. And if you hate pirates coming around hitting you OPC, as soon as you get a Nova, you're going to eliminate like 95% of the pirates on your server, if you even have them. So at 120 a month, which is, you're talking about being an almost $2,000 a year spender. Yeah, I mean, going into the early 50s, as long as you plan it, should be fine. Welcome in, Matt. How are you? Good to see you. By the way, just a quick reminder, y'all don't have to do this, but if you use this link and download Marvel Strike Force, we are doing a sponsored stream. Instead of me doing like a fundraiser for Christmas for the kids, we're doing sponsored streams. So we need 30 people to download and get to level 10. I can literally do it in under an hour. If you want to help out and take some of Scopely's money and give it to Rev, use that link right there. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Leo. By the way, up to level 15. Thank you, Bose. You're done, man. All I need is you to level 10. You did it. And now, if you're enjoying the game, keep playing. So have the developers thought about anything additional that they're going to add to the Alliance Starbase? Or is it just an as is? Maybe they could add some resource trading. So I promoted that inventory type system years ago, and it's gotten shot down before. That doesn't mean it can't ever happen in the game. But as of now, of the features I know that are rolling out, that is not a feature I know of rolling out. That is not something that is coming that I'm aware of. That doesn't mean it isn't coming. It means I'm not aware of it. There are things coming, as I've said, like y'all have asked for there to be some type of system for turning in old currencies, things like that. Well, that's getting developed and implemented. Now, I'm not going to promise you that as soon as it launches, you're going to be able to turn in every old currency that exists, but it is, working on that process. There are discussions being had about certain older primes getting free-to-play paths, so we're working on some of those things. Hell, I had a conversation this weekend with one of the developers about getting a better free-to-play sourcing for the Meridian, because it doesn't have one still besides event stores. So a lot of those conversations are happening, but I don't know any update to Starbase happening. So I do have good things to share with you. I just don't have good news about Starbases to share with you, sadly. And there could be something. I just don't know that. Have they given a timeline for improving the 5-star economy? What is your feelings on when they'll make changes? So Slugger, here's what they typically do. Oh, so Bose, I needed people to get to level 20, but I've actually already got 40 people to get to level 20. So we've hit it. I just haven't hit all the level 10 goals, Bose. When G4 rolled out, it took about a year after the G4 rollout to become free-to-play-ish friendly, and 2 years to get where it is now, because we are 2 years after the G5 launch. For those that don't remember G5 launch, it was 2 years ago. It took 2 years for the economy to get to the refinery was actually improved. Bonus refineries are a regular thing. Event payouts were jacked up tremendously. Battle Pass payouts have actually been lifted 4 times. Like Battle Pass, the amount in a Battle Pass has gone up 4 times since G5 initially rolled out. It takes, I would say, a 3-year process. 1 year before G6 rolls out. So we've actually already had that starting. So G5 improvements have actually already started rolling out. There's a lot of research that's come out that's efficiency based that really helps out the G5 economy. There's some better events up there. The scaling has been worked on. The daily events have gotten adjusted a little bit. So G5 has gotten better. But for G5 to feel how G4 feels, still probably needs another year, between 12 and 24 months. It will be my estimate based on how it was with G4 and G5. Now, it could be faster than that. I would probably lean closer to a year max than 2 years, just based on the timetable of this game and how it works. But that's your rough timeline before it becomes, because I would argue, and look, you're going to have people in the chat who don't agree with this, and there will be people who comment after, I promise, who don't agree with this. it is easy to free to play the 40s, in my opinion. And we're talking about the scope of the game and how the game works. It's easy to free to play the 40s. Now, there's going to be plenty of people who immediately come out and be like, no, it's not. It's ridiculous. Yes, it depends on what your goals are. But getting into the 40s and progressing into the 40s is easy as a pure free to play player in today's economy. I would say give another 12 months, G5 will feel the exact same way. And you're going to have G5 pure free to play running around in tier 3, tier 5, level 53 ships. And it's going to be semi-common. Kind of like how it's common now for pure free to play to have tier 5 and tier 7 pylons. You're going to see that transform in the next year. So, hero and villains event never showed up. It never showed up for you, Bad. That's odd. Now, I don't think the folder is still up for me. Yeah, it's already down. I was curious for those who did go through it, what y'all thought of Heroes v Villains. There's Magnetic Personality SMS. But I thought it was an interesting event. Now, my server and my alliance particularly was very tactical with the event in that we chose specifically to all go hero. Like, we just all said, hey, everybody go hero. And it made it really easy for us to complete the IMS. So I thought it was an interesting setup. And the rewards were just a handful of officer shards. And then, of course, you got the rewards for doing the SMS, which is going to be the primary rewards. And then you get the pride of, hey, my team won. But, yeah, you just liked it. Most people had no idea the mission is for the event. I guess that's fair. Communication is always a failing around here, Sandra. And I know you're familiar with that. And yeah, that's definitely a pain point. And I'm not going to argue that at all. Yeah, communication on it was not very good. And unless you were just staying super up to date with the content creators, and I can't realistically expect everybody to do that, you probably missed a little bit of information. And yeah, now as far as the event not showing up, that sounds like a bug issue that I wasn't aware of being a big problem that I need to discuss with the Arc Runner. So Jeremiah says too many event folders and tabs. I actually love the fact that they've added the tab system. But there are a lot of folders now. I guess it just depends on what you find is like helping versus hurting. Did I finish? Okay, good. Whew, gosh, I got worried I didn't do domination yesterday. I like it personally. I like the tabs and folder system much more. Now, if the argument just in general, there's too many things, I struggle with that because I'm one of those players. I think that there should be more events available than less. I think that there should be too much to do and you don't have to or can't do it all than nothing to do. But there is a balance, of course, to be had there. So I think actually things have gotten better over the past couple months. But yeah, Luna, communication has sucked. And I've actually got a intro that I wasn't going to use, but I actually will be using. If y'all want to see a hilarious intro, this month's Arc wrap up is going to have a hilarious intro. So be warned. Be warned. Just because communication has been very blah. I mean, a lot of the communication, again, has been content creators. Now, be very clear. Has my BC coming along? My BC? My Borg Cube? Tier 4. For example, VIP communication is fantastic. If you are a VIP, you get great communication. They still have not announced mergers in the official Discord. Still not mentioned. The last post by the official Discord was 2 days ago. And I do appreciate the update then. And then the previous post from that was 2 days prior about the Borg Cube PC they're giving away, which most people don't care about. And then the previous communication for that was the day before, which was decent communication. But past week, it's gone super silent again. And honestly, looking back through the post, there was some good communication a lot of the month. But it's really fallen off this past week. But they still haven't announced server merges. So, yeah. And for those curious, just to go ahead and throw it out there, I'll actually put it on the screen real quick because I'm sure plenty haven't seen it. Well, let me make it to where you can actually see the screen. 1 second. I got to pull it up on a browser source. I got to do like the whole like, ooh, I'm a fancy content creator. Watch me edit. 1 second. Here you go. For those that haven't seen it yet, it is posted in my Discord. If you've not joined my Discord, well, at this point, you're not joining it just because you hate me. But here you go. Here are the servers that are merging. 63 into 58, 65 into 67, 55 into 54, 183 into 126, 180 into 172, and 200 into 199. We announced this yesterday. Still not been announced officially on the official Discord or any type of official comms, but here you go. Content creators, once again, passing on information. There you go. Yeah. We need an easier way to send in tickets. All I could do was talk through the chat window. No ticket number for my issue. Yeah, I do agree with you, James. It used to be better, and then they installed the bot, and it's gotten worse. But yeah, event communication has been poor, as in, like, here's how to do events. I do think that they've had good communication follow-ups. Like, hey, we saw issues, we're changing things. I do like that. But, yeah. Yeah. So there are the ones that are merging. Thank you, Falcon, for hitting the donate link. I appreciate you that. Everybody that helps donate and tip, greatly appreciate. Thank you. Not required, but, well, you're helping me and my family survive, so thank you. Does the Treasury improve at Ops 50? Are you talking about, like, just level switching to 50 plus? Yes. But it will not change if you're leveling up during a Treasury, if I remember correctly. Like, if you leveled up right now, it would not change. Now, I could be wrong on that. I know Battle Pass doesn't change. Treasury might, but I'm pretty sure Treasury's locked in just like Battle Pass is. I'm 95% sure, but as soon as I say it, I start doubting myself. So, somebody feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I want to see my Borg Cube, so here's my Borg Cube. There she be. There be the cube. There be my cube. There she be. Yeah, locks like Battle Pass. Thanks, Kevin. Again, I'll say things, and then as soon as I say it, second guess kicks in like super hard. And it's like, nope, that's not how it is, you idiot. Thanks. Thanks, brain. My brain's very toxic. I have a very toxic brain. I'm not sure how y'all's works, but my brain is very toxic. All right, let me put these crew up here real quick, and I got to do some grinding a little bit later. I'll go ahead and swap these out. There we go. And then we'll do our Borg, which sadly I'm back to hitting heckin'. I thought I'd left this. Back to hitting heckin' Federation, though. So that's a thing. But yeah. Back to hitting the heckin' Federation. I'm in Groombridge farming with my tier 4 cube, by the way. That has become my best system for farming my cube. Has become Groombridge, the Federation system. As Ops 54, I must say comms are really paying to get in the game, and the amount needed for upgrades are insane. Think about getting to efficiency prime for G3 and G5. I don't even like that prime. Zdenek? I don't even like that prime. It's meh. It's meh. So, I'm thinking of skipping the Ops 53 ships as I have my Borg Cube and use the time to save up the Sanctus whenever I get there in the next 18 months. Ryan, I would still get you a 53, man. If you're just asking for my play advice, I would still get you the 53. I really would. All right, I am going to unlock this. I've got a freebie. Reminder. Once you click this button, you have to use the rod. It does not roll over. FYI. So if you create a rod, you must use it on that month's treasury. It locks into that month's treasury. Just a reminder. Do not use your free de-sealing rods. Do not use your free de-sealing rods unless you are trying to get that month's treasury. It does not roll over. So, just a quick reminder. Use the rod once you have it. Exactly. Now, I wanted that treasury because I wanted the ship parts. Now, I know we had the whole ship part snafu, but I legitimately wanted those ship parts. So, yeah. Nice little QOL change by adding the broken ceiling rod button in the treasury. I agree, Ice Shield. That was nice. Not nice enough for me to make like a whole video and praise them over, but it definitely is a good change. It was an improvement. Yeah. Still pissed they changed it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a masochist. I'm not pissed because I'm not surprised. Obviously, you weren't supposed to get 70,000 rare ship parts. I can get pissed that Scopely screws stuff up, but I guess I've just become so used to it. It was whatever. But obviously, that was never intended, and they weren't going to keep it that way, so take advantage of it if you could. But I mean, yeah, it definitely frustrated a lot of people. Sure. Absolutely. A lot of people got frustrated over that, and legitimately so. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't have been. definite reasons to get frustrated over that. So people got it, yeah, and those people got it. It's is what it is. So same with me and at Astra, you're short 300 points after today's events. It'd be hard pressed to believe I missed events. Pretty sure at Astera isn't even completable unless you're 50 plus. Pretty sure. Also, I actually have 2 days saved up, but I'm gonna pull them anyway. Oh, say I got some lag. That was not cool, Scopely. Chill out on the lag, Scopely. Chill out on the lag. I don't like that. Thank you. Anyway, sorry about that. Sometimes you gotta talk sweet to Scopely. You're 50 plus, still 3 points short. Okay, Bernard. Okay. I don't know what the winky face is for. So, I don't know why you did a winky face. For me as an American, the winky face comes off as super obnoxious. So I'm not sure what it is for you. Because I know like my British friends use it a lot. And they're not meaning it obnoxiously. But that comes off like hella obnoxious to me. Been a lag happy day today for you as well. It's very rare for me to notice lag on PC client. So if I notice it on the PC client, I immediately assume it is terrible. Like I immediately assume it's terrible on the phone. So is that the case? Is it terrible on my phone right now? How many shards we need to max an epic officer? Depends on the epic officer, Raj. It actually varies. They don't have set amounts, believe it or not. Like, for example, it's 180 shards to unlock Jean-Luc Picard. It's 100 shards to unlock the epic Kirk from the Kelvin movies. So it varies. If you were looking for consistency, you came to the wrong game. All right, Joseph sat down. Yeah, if you were looking for consistency, you came to the wrong game. Hey, Light. Chill out, bro. My light just tried to collapse on me. Anyway, we're back. Sorry about that. I just wanted to sit down. That wasn't funny, Matt. Will they fix the heroic SMS text button to make it easier for players whose servers are capped and do not have access to G4 and above maps? No, they will not change it for a specific server. Not that I'm trying to be disappointing with answers. I'm just being straight up. They're not going to like... We've talked about micromanaging before, and it's not even they don't want to micromanage things to that degree. It's they don't have the workforce to micromanage things to that degree. There just simply are not enough employees who run live ops to micromanage events to that degree. So they're not going to make it adjusted specifically for like your server. Now there are some things that are bracketed based on server population, but that is a pre-configured system. Not an individual, hey, server 83 has, is locked and they can't do anything right now. Or I guess a good example would be like server 102 and they can't do anything. So we need to make them a special event. Have I noticed how Janeway breaks his stats in the Borg Cube? Nope. Have not. I use it, but I haven't noticed any stat breaking, no. The game is eating mobile memory again, was not a problem. Are you on iPhone by chance? Because iPhone regularly has memory leak problems with this game. Not that I'm blaming iPhone, I'm blaming the game, but I'm saying that is a regular occurrence with iPhone users. I'm just curious if that is what's happening. You. Just curious. Are they giving us 3 at Asteras tomorrow? I honestly have no idea. I can ask the Overlord. I can ask the Arc Runner real quick. Let's see. Where are you at, Arc Runner? All right, I sent them a ping. So now it's Sunday in the middle of the day. So I don't expect an answer immediately. But if you follow up with me on my Discord, I can try to get you an answer. If they somehow are very awesome and respond immediately, I'll let you know immediately. But if they do not, well, hit me up on Discord. 49 since a few weeks, but my packs contain much less materials than yours. Is that a bug or could be a good reason? So DLAT, that is a couple reasons. Packs vary by level. They also vary by server age. So when you see me on server 20, this is one of the original servers. So it is a very old server, as in newer servers are given a similar price experience to the original level of grind. The basic logic is a spender on new server should spend relatively the same to reach the same milestones as what the older servers had to. That is the logic. So if you are on server 10, server 97, which I just got Ascension for like a month or two ago, and you are level 49 and you go open up a 99 pack like this one right here, I will have significantly more than you do on server 97, like by a lot. I mean, we're talking about a factor of 3 to 4 times as much as you do. And that is due to server age. And that is the logic behind it. Now, everybody on your server will have the same pack as you at your level. But if you compare to like a server that launched 5 years ago, the pack values are significantly better. And that is the logic as to why. Do I agree with it? No. In fact, that is actually the topic that got me kicked out of the content creator program the first time, because I called them out on it. And I said that I did not agree with that, but I said it in much harsher tones. That is why. There you go. So, they've already noticed, but the rep event was pretty much Borg. 60 plus people were able to buy rep with cash, so the event was heavily tilted toward the whales. Will they address this? That's literally not a problem as far as Scopely is concerned, John. That's not a problem. Keep in mind that there is a limit to how many of those packs you can buy, but Scopely doesn't see that as a problem. So no, that's probably not going to get adjusted. No. No, probably not. All right, anyway. Yeah, no problem, Dela. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. And if you're ever curious, like, is one pack valuable versus another? Also more than happy to, like, give a relative experience on that. But you're going to be, I don't know to call it a rude awakening or what, but, it's definitely different if you're a spender to see what one spender spends somewhere else gets you something significantly different than what you spend. And I've definitely had several friends who've gotten very frustrated over it and I understand their frustration. But that's the reason as to why. For any of those who were ever curious, now you know. All right, is there a 39? Please tell me. All right, there's 139. All right. Cutting beam. Q. Oh, there's another 39? Good. This is where I'm getting my grind in. See, I've already got my daily for tomorrow done. I really like Groomer. I hate that I'm doing it because it's killing my Fed rep, but oh well. Oh well. What ops level do you need to be to scrap the Franklin? Get the Franklin 35, Boast. 35. New level 46, building a pylon. I have a Valdor and Katinga, tier 9 and tier 8. Should I also get the Coronar? Really up to you, JC. I enjoy having multiple ships at each tier. There's not really need. It will make you significantly better in, say, solo armadas. How invested are you in the solo armada loop? It will definitely help your solo armada loop. But do you have to have it? No. You don't have to have a Coronar. I love having a Coronar and a Pylum. In fact, I actually just took my Coronar to tier 7 for this event. So I have a tier 7 Coronar and working on a tier 9 Pylum. And I'm happy to have those. And I have a tier 7 Katinga. Now, I have not upgraded my Valdor as much. I originally had always planned to focus on the 46s being the most valuable ships for me in my 40s experience. But yeah, I mean, I like having both. It really comes down to how much you're willing to slow down your game, though, because investing in multiple faction ships will eat up a lot of your resources. And then obviously you're going to have the ship parts grind. So, which is the hardest part for me, which is why when I do battle passes, treasuries, I tend to wait for the ones that have ship parts. And then I load up on the ship parts. So, little FYIs there. Now you know. What level do G4 mats get in the treasury? You're also 41 and only have G3. Now, did you recently go up to 41, Slither? Like, did you just go up to 41 this month? Because... or like this past week, because at 41 you should have G4 in it. You already have that. So blatantly pay to win, it felt more egregious than normal. I guess it's relative, right? Because I can actually grind. If I wanted to, I could actually grind out a pack's worth of that rep in a day. I could. Would I ever? No, because I don't hate myself and I don't like grinding. Some people love grinding. There are people, we were actually talking about this on Twitch yesterday. There are players out there who have got, 800,000 hostiles killed and love grinding. I hate it. 5 years in the game, my main account, 154,000 hostiles killed. I hate hostile grinding. I don't like grinds. I am I am one of the biggest proponents of that rep pack, and I pushed for it because I would rather spend $100 once a year to jump up and rep than grind it. I do appreciate that they put it on a limit, though, because you could definitely bork things without that. But I could grind, at least on my pack, I could grind that in a weekend if I wanted to. I don't. I would hate that. Why did they nerf the Treasury? They didn't. They incorrectly launched a Treasury that had a bug, essentially, which had way too much rare parts in it. But they didn't nerf it. The Treasury is the same value it's always been, but when it launched, it had way too much of one particular resource in it, and they removed that resource. Now, in like the 4-hour span it existed, some people were able to take advantage of that resource being well over what it should have been. And if you did manage to be one of those players, kudos to you. But it didn't get nerfed. It simply got set to what it should have been. Now, I'll admit, if you're a spender and you saw that, you should have known ain't no way Scopely meant to give 70,000 rare ship parts out. You should have bought that and immediately turned it in. If you're a spender. If you're a free-to-play, don't worry about these things. If you're a spender, you're one of those that sets a monthly budget, you should have seen that immediately gone purchased. Because value-wise, ridiculous. Ridiculous. So, missed opportunity there. But, yeah, that was an oopsie by Scopely. That was an oopsie. Got your pile of tier 11 because of it? Yeah, there you go. I mean, 70,000 rare ship parts would do a lot for me. I mean, that's a lot of ship parts. It's not going to max anything out, but that's a lot. So, banning players for their mistake. I mean, nobody got banned because of it. Although there was a time where they did consider that. Believe it or not. That was years ago. Nobody got banned because of it. You still had to hit 700 hostiles. Well, I mean, technically you don't have to hit 700. You would have only had to hit 600 because you had to complete the daily, which gives you 100, and then go hit hostiles. So you would have had to hit 600 hostiles, which a lot of people, if you just set, here's what a lot of people do. They'll come into a system, ship here, ship here, ship here, 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 and then they'll just camp spawn points and just keep going in a circle. I mean, hell, I'm getting dizzy just doing that. But they'll just sit there and pop in a big old circle. And they can auto farm if they want to, but it's actually faster. You just put a ship at each spawn point for hostiles and start popping them. And you can go through 600 hostiles pretty quickly. I say that as somebody who doesn't do it, but I've done it before, and it doesn't take that long. It's just I hate doing it. So, oh my goodness, I hate them. I hate them. But I know a lot of people love the grind. And honestly, that's why there are a lot of free-to-play who are past me, because they're better at grinding than I am. So, they are better than grinding. And I will acknowledge that. Like, I give them credit and due that they are better than me because they're willing to do a grind that I'm not. Yeah. Is there a way to get all the efficiency research for 49? What do you mean, Scott? Like, are you wanting to know what all of them are? The quickest resource I would recommend would be Spock's Club. That'd be Spock's Club, if that's what you're asking. If you're asking something else, rearrange your question. But in terms of knowing what all of them are, Spock's Club is the easiest way to see everything. In terms of third-party player tools. So, all right, let's see. I only handle one ship at a time. Multiple ship driving makes my brain bleed. I'm not a huge fan of it either, Knifey. The most I'll do is like 2 ships at a time. And even then, like usually they're in different systems. I will occasionally grind out just doing one thing. Maybe have 2 or 3 ships in the system. Like when I was grinding specifically to get a Kelvin. Like, hey, Hank, thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really, really do. Thank you so much for that. That is extremely kind of you. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're amazing. Thank you. But anyway, yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Why you don't like the new Prime? I think it would help a lot if I did my math right, because it mixes in with a crap ton of already existing research. The most valuable primes in the game right now are still the primes that you find on the station tree. Those are still the most valuable primes in the game. Which, yeah, screw it. I'll speed this up so I can easily get in here. Most valuable primes in the game are still these two. These are still by far the most valuable primes in the game. Prime efficient ship parts and prime efficient ship engineering, which they've updated, by the way, to work with the new Sigma materials if you are a 6-star player. Congratulations, 6-star players, on getting a little love. Because originally, from what I understand, the plan was for a lot of the older efficiency researchers to not work on Sigma researches or Sigma resources, but they, in fact, do. So, fun facts. And yay, we completed events. Awesome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and repair this cube and then get back to that grind and then answer any more questions. Thank you, Hank, again. Appreciate it. And we are still looking for 30 people to play Marvel Strike Force and get to level 10. If you want to help out Rev, take some of Scopely's money, give it to me. We're doing a sponsored stream on Twitch, and I'm just shouting it out because we've almost reached our goal, and I'm just giving a quick little last shout out. So appreciate everybody. Again, not required, but heckin' appreciated. Y'all all appreciate it. And speaking of, thank you, Hank. Hank just donated $10 to me and the kids. Thank you. I really do appreciate you, Hank. You're very, very kind. If you, and we did this last time, if you donate $1, I will say thank you with like the utmost sincerity. Anybody that gives some of their hard-earned money to me and my family, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Maxed out with your Bajoran faction yesterday. Congrats, Shane. That is awesome. I will admit I have fallen a little bit back on not being consistent with my Bajoran faction. I mean, I'm not doing bad, but you see, I'm not the prophet chosen. I'm not even halfway yet. So I have fallen a little bit behind, mostly just because I've been doing a lot of other things. And as I keep telling them, when they release new loops, something has to start getting left behind. And sadly, what I've been neglecting, not even intentionally, has been my Bajoran faction. So I'm going to do it now, because if I don't do it now, y'all will shame me, and you should shame me. You absolutely should shame me. And we're going to pull these now and hopefully get decent. Hey, that's not a bad mid pull. That was decent. And we'll go grind some of this today just so I can remember it. But see, here's my last rare chest pull. Come on. Son of a biscuit eater. No explorer. I did get some interceptor parts, which are greatly needed. But I was really, really hoping for some more explorer parts because I just upgraded my Coronar. Oh, well. Elite Loot Exchange. Go ahead and do the big pull on that one. And battleship parts. See? Game knows exactly what I need and doesn't give it to me. You aren't fooling anybody, Scopely. Anyway, back to chat. When do we need to get to level 20 Marvel for it to count? Within 7 days, Scott? Some first-time players? Yeah, it is, Jiriak. It is. So I appreciate you even looking at it, but it is for first-time players, or, I mean, you could, I guess, make one on BlueStacks, but they really don't like if we say that. You could make an account on BlueStacks and do it that way. But it's up to y'all. Again, I just appreciate y'all supporting my family. I really do, and I just want to say thank you for it. So thank you, again, for anybody who does it. Took your Coronar to tier 11. I guess you're going to max it out, James, because if you go tier 11, you might as well max it, right? Plans to max it out? Because I didn't plan to max on my pilot. My plan was to stop my pilot at tier 9, and it's not even there yet. So, yeah, not even there yet. 3 ships for Battle Pass a day made the grind quicker. Hey, that's putting in some heavy work. I respect it. It's putting in some heavy work, and I respect it. It's a lot of I'm like Knifey, man. I run my 1 ship, maybe 2, and they're going to be in different systems. I don't tend to multitask my ships. I'm becoming old and frail in my age. Just one of the last below deck spot. I mean, you've already made it this far. You might as well go all the way. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we are to hit my goal. Again, y'all don't have to do this. But to hit my goal, I need 28 more people. I'm sorry. Yeah, I need 28 more people to hit at least level 5. But maximum, I need 39 people to hit level 10. But which I've already done, is very, I mean, we've hit a couple of the early milestones, so I appreciate it. They set really ridiculous milestones. Like the highest milestones, they wanted 130 people. So I got you Defiant. Congrats, Hank. Now, I will admit, tier 1 Defiant, little underwhelming, but definitely going to help you with your solo Armada grind, especially with that Bajor that I just admitted that I need to be more consistent with. But yeah, absolutely. Congrats. That's huge. That's huge. Also, going to upgrade this bad boy now that I can. And let's do, and they're all 1,000. So just go ahead and do that one. Because I do need to finish out this event. Because if you are going to get an Enterprise E Picard video, well, I've got to finish recruiting him. So that means I got to finish that HMS. I mean, I guess I call it HMS. Heroic SMS. Got level 16 yesterday. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate it. Took my Coronar tier 9, and I'm happy with it. Yeah, Ryan, like mine Pylum will go tier 9. I have no plans on taking it further because tier 9 Pylum will carry me all the way to 53 pretty easily. And then you got all these specialty ships like my Talios, my Voyager, technically my Defiant, my Borg Cube now, which I'm tiering up. And those will carry me pretty far as well. So it's not really needed. And the Borg Cube event, I think, is done, but I don't care. We're going to keep upgrading this bad boy. That's just the cargo bay. 13%. That's a nice little bump. Structural integrity field makes sense because the big structural integrity field up there. Transwarp coil, that's just for the warp range, which I could use. And then cargo bay, and then impulse is, that's a very weak improvement to my dodge. Also, why do I even care about improving dodge? I mean, this is a battleship. Dodge doesn't do crap for me. It does poo-poo for me. Oh well. Are there more Borg Cube events planned, or am I free to upgrade it at my pace? There is not one for the end of the week, unless they decide to add one. But there's not currently one, no. The K92 for this account, my plan is to unlock, just straight unlock, a 50. Probably not going to invest a lot of resources into it. And then I'm focusing on a 53. But honestly, my focus is actually unlock a 50. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to push and get a Nova. That's a big thing. Nova comes first. I know Rev saying Nova. Nova comes first for Rev. And then working on my 53. So the big thing I really need to do is more rep grinding, which technically I'm doing now. Technically, I'm actually hurting myself because I'm grinding ROM rep. I was going to lift my Fed up, but at this point, I really just say, screw it. But I'm already at 1 billion. I just need to get my Klingon up. So the primary reason I'm grinding Romulan is Klingon rep. But yeah, I just need to be better about it. Again, this goes back to we talked about that pack. That pack is heckin' tempting just to get my Klingons maxed out at 1 bill. So you went to Ops 51 last night. Your 40 VP Shavanova. Nice, Scott. And thank you, Q, for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. And that sticker, it pops up. It's easy to see, so I get to easily shout you out. Thank you, Q. Appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. You're an amazing human. You've been a supporter for a long time, and I don't care if you don't. I mean, I care and appreciate you donate, but I just appreciate you being such a supporter. Been around forever. So you hit lead in Romulan faction rep. Nice. Should I get a level 58? Miner, heard you can't mine G6 mats without G5 ships. You do need a G6 miner. Now there is Earth. There is a uncommon miner. Now you can only raid G6 materials with a G6 ship. So just keep that in mind. But there is an uncommon one that you can go up to. But I'd also, again, Earth, just knowing what level of spender you are, please don't feel like I'm trying to be too personal. Just we've talked for years. If I were you, I wouldn't be thinking about G6 right now. I would wait. I would definitely wait on the G6. So I would even pick up a level 58 miner because immediately the warp range on those 58 miners is nuts. You don't even need to invest a lot into it. Just enjoy the warp range bonus, I would say. And some of our other 50s can probably speak the same thing. But yeah. Will the away mission shop update with G5 ships? At some point, Ming. I don't have a date as to when, but yes, it will eventually be updated to include G5 ships. Is Borg Cube worth buying this month? I'm Ops 41. I'll be honest, Leo. I say yes. I say yes in buying the battle pass. I think buying the battle pass this month, spending $20, which does get you the Borg Cube, is worth it. That's my personal opinion. It was my personal opinion before the month, to be fair, but it is still my opinion through the month now. I think the Borg Cube is a good ship. It is not amazing. It is not perfect, but like a lot of these ships they're releasing, it starts really feeling yummy in the 40s. And even at tier 5 here that I just hit, you know, it is starting to become it's already a very healthy ship in terms of health and hull health. And the big thing is with it, if you've done a lot of your officers, is stat stacking. Its stat bonus will allow a G4 player, its bonus goes up to 4,500%, which is more than most G6 epic ships. I'm sorry, G6 ships. G6 epics have a higher number, but like G6 uncommons max out at 3,500% bonus. Like if you stat stack this bad boy, like you just slap all the numbers on it you can, it gets really big really fast. And that's a quality to like about it. Now the hard part is actually hitting the numbers. It's like, for example, for me to hit, so you see I have 900%. So that's that right there. 900% is the second level. Level 1's 450, then it's 9. Ignore the ridiculousness of not appropriately saying what it transfers to. I need to get to 104,000 to get to the next level, which is what, 1250, I think. So once you start getting these officer spots unlocked, the Borg Cube is going to turn into a very, very powerful ship for you. And we've already seen players out there that have the Borg Cube that are, I would say, I think the biggest one I've seen is about 3 billion. I mean, obviously that's a level 60 like level 64 player. Freaking huge, right? But it is made to last for a long heckin' time. But yeah, yeah. Level 49, I have 130 Nova BPs. How many Novas should you have before you go to level 52? Roger, I would say 2 Novas. I say having 2 is sufficient. And you don't even have to like heavily invest in the Nova, which is a good thing about the Nova. Just having the Nova is great. It's very similar to the 58s, where the one thing I like about the miners, I know y'all never thought that I would say this about Star Trek ships, but one thing I like about the miners in Star Trek Fleet Command is you, honest to God, don't need to take them very high. You really don't. I'm talking specifically about the G5 ones. Even early tiers, you get immense value from early tiers of the G5 miners, whether it's the Nova or the 58s. So you don't have to invest a lot of currency if you don't want to. Now, obviously doing so will give you more protected cargo, better warp range. I mean, if you want to go out to warp 500 areas plus like that, you know, you're going to need more than 58s. But anyway, so yeah, there are bonuses to upgrading them, but they feel super valuable right out the gate. Whereas like if you unlock the level 30 faction miners the first time, they don't have that same feeling. The Bok Chor and the Hydra at level 40 don't have that same feeling. It takes time for them to feel valuable. You get a Nova and it's immediately your best miner. Like, done. It's your best. Top of the lot. So, yeah, and it's like MB says, the 58 miners will do Isogen better than your Meridian will. And how many players can actually knock your 58 miner off an ISO node? Whereas like me, I go OPC all the time and I get hit. That is what it is. I don't care if I get hit OPC. But I do have to, that is a ship I got to repair and then bring back out there. Whereas if you are a player that has a 58, odds are nobody's messing with you right now anyway. So you can lay it out there and just have a good time. You get a lot of, yeah, as K92 says, you get a lot of utility out of the miners in the 5-star. And even if you just get a Nova, super valuable. The point being, early on, those are good. Whereas there is a need to do upgrading to make the G3 and G4 good. By the way, fun fact, y'all asked about the event, Ad Aspera. Ad Aspera. Or Ad Astra. This one. Yeah. Just talked, the Overlord actually did get back to me like right now, which is wild. Like huge props to this Arc Runner. Said that I'll make sure because we got 2 ads. So I want to make sure I'm talking about the right one. We're talking about, yeah, okay. They said Ad Astra. will be completable this week. They'll make sure of it. The Overlord just said that everybody will have a chance to complete it this week. He'll make sure of it. So they actually just responded on Sunday. So again, like I said, there are some arc runners out there that I believe deserve a lot of love. I mean, the fact that they're, dude, that message got sent 20 minutes ago on a Sunday, and they just got back to me. Like, I really appreciate arc runners who do that level, who care enough about their event and their month to do that level of work. That's very awesome of them. But anyway, they said that players will be able to finish it, and they'll make sure of it for this week. Or you have the opportunity, right? So a level 42 miners worth getting. My opinion on the miners for the 40s has always been unlock them naturally in the mid 40s. You don't have to like focus on getting them early on. Your G3 miner will take you well into the early mid 40s and be perfectly fine, in my opinion. So, is it worth taking prime efficient ship engineering to T6? So, real quick, I'm assuming you're a spender because you're talking about tier 6. These are the... Rev passed them? Oh, yeah, it did. All right. These are the most amazing, best primes in the game currently. These are the best things that you can buy that are prime. This is the best one, in my opinion, and this is number 2. Is it worth taking it? Yes. If you had the choice between this one tier 6 and this one tier 6, I would say this one. But yes, short answer, if you were willing to spend the money, will it give you an amazing impact in your game? Yes. If you're not willing to spend, grind it out, chill. But if you are a spender, short answer, these two, you can ask me any tier. You can be like, hey, Rev, should I just screw it and spend all $600? Look, if you are that wealthy and you can max it out, which is $600 to max out, if you are in that tax bracket, yes, it will literally change your game that much. Do I like that it's $600? Absolutely not, because I am not one of those players who can afford $600. But if you want the best primes in the game and you're willing to spend, I don't care what tier you ask me, prime efficient ship parts, prime efficient ship engineering, the answer is yes. Now, there might come a point where they run these numbers up so much and they bloat them so much that this prime 2 becomes worthless because those primes exist. Prime officers used to be one of the most important primes in the game. Now it is worthless, and if you spend $100 on it, you've wasted $100. These are extremely valuable. Now, G3, G5, I know some people like this one. My issue is just remember that this 200% is not a real 200%. It's literally just... The reason that I'm so big on these is you don't have anything giving you 700% or as much even giving you 200% for ship parts. There are things that are giving you G3, G4, G5 efficiencies. They're just individuals. So this is just an overreaching one, but there are G3 and G4 efficiencies already in the game that are free to play. So you have to run into those percentages. I mean, Outlaw is a good one to like immediately go into, where, hey, or building efficiency, because that's G3, G4, G5, maxes out at, there we go, 30%, and that's just one. So now that 200%, you can already see there's a little bit of dilution there, and this is just me randomly pick. This is a research tree that is, God, what, 4 years old. So that's why I'm not, I mean, the G3 to G5 efficiency will help your game, but it's not as game-changing as the ship parts one was, because this is still the biggest bottleneck in the game for spenders or free-to-play, is the ship parts. That's the biggest bottleneck, generally speaking. Again, having to go to general answers. This will give you value, but there are a lot of other things that exist. As Bernhard says, you will see a approximate, and we actually talked about this during the announcement when it came out. This 200%, depending on what level you are, translates to about a 30% reduction. The lower level you are, the better it actually will be. But it's about a 30% reduction if you're like level 39. So, there you go. There's your value. Now, if you want to go after it, all my job is to inform you. But these have a more effective percentage than this one. But if you are a spender, go for it. Go for it. Jonah says the G3 through G5 for sure helps my gameplay as an Ops 36 player. Yeah, I mean, hell, Jonah, one thing that it would allow you to do, just to play devil's advocate, right? One thing that this would allow you to do is it makes it a hell of a lot easier for you to get more primes quicker for free for the ones that you can get for G4 materials. Makes that process a lot faster. Also, I keep forgetting to do this research. Oh my goodness. How have I not done this? What an idiot. Oh my gosh. I need as much build speed as I can. I'm freaking level 49. How have I not maxed this out? Oh my gosh, what an idiot. Who is this terrible content creator that we are watching? He is so bad at the game. Oh my God, I'm embarrassed right now. This is embarrassing. All right. Oh man. I mean, yeah. Yep. When you flip to G5, I gain like 6 million power just from 5-star primes you can pick up for free. There you go. Now I will remind everybody that power itself is an illusion and doesn't really mean anything in this game. I say that as somebody who has power goals and chases them. Just don't let that be your main only goal. Don't let that be your main only goal. Voyager field training for those prime ship parts? Yes. Now, the Voyager field training will allow you to get one of them to tier 5. And be very careful going through that process. But you have to complete the Voyager field training to make that happen. So, yeah. So, like Enterprise E Picard, is he good? And what crews are used for? BJack, depends on what level you are. Honestly, if you're like if you're a mid-level player, he's not super valuable for you. If you're a high-level player, he is very valuable for you. But I'll have a video out of him this week. So, is anyone even close to the Commerce Insignia turn-ins, though? The people who grind the Borg system have gotten relatively close. I mean, they're not close, but they're closer. Yeah, I think I'm at like 15%. I've seen people who are like 30 to 40% of the way done. Which means if they keep at their pace, they'll have gotten the primes for free in 1 year. If they keep at that pace. But again, those are people who are like specifically going out looking for freighters. They're spending a lot of extra time to try to get extra commerce insignias. The average person who's just summoning, yeah, you're not going to see that for a while, because that second one is a son of a gun. Level 4 yes, level 4 of one and level 1 of the other. Thanks, meme. Level 4 of one and level 1 of the other. K92 says they're at 34.4%. What's wild is K92 doesn't even need it. K92 is like level 63. So K92's 34% there, and he didn't even need to be there. Let's see where I'm at specifically, just so we can put out actual numbers. I am 12.1%. So I'm 12% there. And I do not go out of my way to make it happen. I don't. And I acknowledge that. So, you love the Enterprise E Picard says data combo with 5 and Harris lower decks with the bonus. Yeah. I mean, that's what a lot of people are using for rep grinding, Bernard. Again, you with the winky faces. You EU people and your obnoxious winky faces. Yeah, so a lot of higher level. It just doesn't have a lot of value for a low-level player because there are more efficient grind crews. But his ability does work on rep for those curious. If you're looking for ways to get more rep, he is one of the ways. Add him to your list of things to use for rep grinding. So, little FYI if y'all didn't know. Let me go ahead and claim all these. Yeah, I figured you meant Paris instead of Harrison. Harrison doesn't make any sense, but I got what you were saying. I got what you're saying, Bernard. And it's okay. I know you're just using winky faces. Cultural differences, right? You know, cultural differences. Doesn't make it right or wrong. Just means there's a difference there. All right, let's see. Have I finished all my hostile? Okay, I did finish the hostile. That means we're going to need to do our Taco Bells. Our Taco Bells. Our Taco Bells. We need to do our Taco Bells. Oh, gosh. I forgot that I was in deep space. All right, y'all don't let me forget. We'll forget and waste a Taco Bell. Hang on. We like to wink away. Look here, Brad. Where's my hostile? Did this man just pirate my hostile? Did he just pirate my hostile? Oh, okay. I clicked off screen and it didn't summon. I was so excited. Did he just pirate my hostile? And also, I would have like complimented the hell out of him. Did he actually do it? Like, did he pirate it? Wait, did he actually pirate it? Yeah, never forget about your Taco Bells. Because if he did, I'm proud as hell. Like, I'm proud of him. If he did, I am. Like, I'm not mad. I'm proud. I legitimately proud of you. Yeah. He says he did. But the cooldown part is odd. Yeah, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. If you pirate, I'm proud of you. You go out OPC hunting and stuff, I'm proud of you. I am. I'm very proud of him. I'm probably going to go find his base and crack it later. Don't tell him. Because at level 55, oh, I got something for him. You know what I got for him? Me personally, I ain't got anything for him. But let me show you what I got for him. This is what I got for him. This is what I got for him. So, base cracked, drained, easy. But I'm still proud of him. I'm just going to remember. I didn't say I was forgetful. I just said I'm not salty. I'm proud of him. I'm going to find that base. We're going to find Space Lord's base. Knifey, make a note. Space Lord, target, level 55. Make a note. But I'm hella proud of him for pirating. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Oh, revenge is a dish best served cold. By the way, we are live for about 15 more minutes. Throw in your Star Trek Fleet Command questions. Greatly appreciated. All right. We just had one of our regulars here on the show send a brag post, and you know we show these every now and then. So here's the brag post. Certain somebody with a 4 billion cube. That's my reaction too, Janeway. Just shock and coffee. Like, golly dang. Golly dang. Woo, buddy. Woo, buddy. Wow. Speaking of, if you have a 4 billion cube, you'd like to hit those donate links that the Nightbot just posted, check them out, or get you some merch from the Rev Deuce merch store. I don't plug myself very often because, well, honestly, I don't want to be one of those content creators. I want my stuff to speak for itself, but that doesn't mean that I can't plug myself every now and then. So what I would like you to take a gander at real quickly, if you got just a brief moment, hey, head over to our merch store. A couple things you can do there. One, you can support us monthly by going to the members tab, which gives you insight like to my life behind the scenes. I actually do need to post there more. Somebody needs to remind me of that. One of the mods, please remind me to post there more often. But we also have merch if you want to do that. And we've got some of the best merch in the world, especially if you're a Star Trek Fleet Command player. Can't afford to buy a Prime? Well, that's okay. Get all the Primes. We have the shirt for everything. Get them before Scopely sends a cease and desist letter. If you're preparing for the holidays, pick up your ugly pirate sweater. I've got one on the way already. I will be wearing it on stream, assuming it comes in time. Pick you up ugly pirate sweater, or if you're just one of those casual coffee drinkers, get you a mug. And if you're hilarious and a spender and have literally money coming out of your wallet and you don't know what to do with it, Rev Deuce has his own form of primes. You actually can get 200% charisma efficiency right here. 3-tier prime, $100 each. T-shirt, pants, and hoodie. Buy all three, get a special prize. And then, of course, we have our other content, like today is a good day to grind. It is hilarious that I made this shirt and own this shirt and love this shirt, and I still don't grind as much as I should. But if you want to support your favorite content creator, we got all kinds of content here for you to pick up, to wear, to rock, and to support. Thank you for even thinking about it. It's RevDeuce.com. Can we talk about Borg Cube cutting beam? Why is there a 30-second recharge on hitting a red? I think gameplay would be smoother if they moved it. It's not 30 seconds on reds. It's 30 seconds on players. On reds, it's not that long, though. Because I just did the cutting beam run on stream before. I'm pretty sure it's not 30. Speaking of cubes. Oh, that's only 7 mil. Weak. Oh, wow. Look at that. Zooming. Oh, that's T. T is one of our 64s. He's a big boy. Let's see if he's unlocked anything yet. Let's take a look at T. What's T got? There's his Enterprise D. His Dederadex. T doesn't have any of the new 58s showing for you. except for the Selkie. If you want to see this is the new uncommon minor that you get at 62, 61. So here's the Selkie. So 30 seconds. Is it 30 seconds? Well, I just haven't noticed that. Okay, yeah, then 30 seconds is ridiculous. But honestly, I'll be honest. I one-shot cubes. I mean, I one-shot hostiles. That's my strat. So yeah, try to one-shot hostiles. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, hitting a player with a cutting beam is pointless as it gives nothing special. It's a PvP mechanic. I mean, if you're not into PvP, you're not going to care about it. But it's a PvP mechanic. I mean, it gives direct hull damage, which is nice. We like direct hull damage. Direct hull damage is good. It's fun in TCC defense. See, I've not used a Borg Cube in a defense yet, but I can see that being entertaining. You have yours in 2028. You'll have it before that, Boxer. You dramatic. You're so dramatic. Ugh. You remind me of high school, Boxer. You're so dramatic. 2028. What a goof. Better just to start the combat? Honestly, it's not, Charles, because if you can hit their hull health directly before the combat, you're actually giving yourself a significant advantage. Especially if we're talking about a cube that's tiered up. Now, obviously, if you're level 49 with a tier 5 cube, it's not doing anything. But if that cube was tier appropriate for me, that cutting beam would actually put in some significant damage to the hull health of a pylon or a coronar. That actually would matter. So, just... it depends, right? What? Oh, wrong ship selected. Duh. Wrong ship selected. Yeah, I mean, keep in mind the cutting beam needs to be relative to your level. If you don't have a Borg Cube that's leveled to where you are, it's not going to feel that strong. But like if I was, tier 6, which I think is as high as I can take mine. I think tier 6? I have to go back and look at my own charts. I think tier 6 with my pylon is as high as mine will go. Is that right? Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. But tier 6 would give me a cutting beam that deals in PvP 1.8 million damage straight to the hull. Yeah, that'll definitely affect ships. Absolutely. Like my Talios here, tier 8. Hull health, is around 19. I mean, yeah, it's definitely going to affect. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely. Is it amazing? No, you're not one-shotting players of your level, but it certainly has an impact, in my opinion. All right, here's our third. Oh, and it spawned right next to me. Nice. That one-shots all your ship? Yeah, and if I wanted to, I could go find Burnt Pork, and I could one-shot his ship with my cutting beam. And then I could laugh about it. And then he would go to his Discord and cry about how the whales have all the cool toys. So there are advantages to it. I am still fighting for the tax to get removed. FYI, that is still happening. But yeah, tier 7, tier 8, you need the epics. Can you skip them or do I have to build one? So you can skip them if you go to the uncommons. If you go to the uncommons, like the 53s, you do not need the 50s. But you would be stuck at tier 7 until you got the 50. Here, let me grab the chart real quick. Since we're talking about it, before we wrap up on the stream or anything, let me grab the chart to show you and remind you how it works. So 1 second, let me grab the chart again. Where's that chart again? Where's that chart, my friend? Download again because I lost the original. I don't know where I put the original. I probably should have saved it somewhere, but I probably did, and I've just forgotten in my old age. But here's the chart. Here's how they scale. So you can bypass the need for building a G4 epic. So you can see the highest I can take mine is tier 7. And a tier 7 cutting beam is 1 second. I think 2.1 million power. Tier 6 is 1.8, I think. So let's see, because tier 7 would be level 35. Yeah, it's 1.8. And tier 6 is 1.2. And then, yeah, 35 is 1.8. So I can, go to a tier 7. If I wanted to go tier 8, tier 9, I would need to build a 50, or I could just wait until I went at level 53 and got my Corvus, Northcut, and or Vorcha to tier 6. So I can bypass them by getting to the highest, the next level, but that does mean that I would have to wait on 8 and 9. Or I can invest in the G4 Epics and do it that way. I'll be honest, the most I would invest in a G4 Epic is probably around tier 5. So, I mean, no matter what, personally, I'm going to have to hold off on tier 9 until I get to a 53 ship. But that's just me and my game. You can do whatever you want. But yeah. There you go. So you can bypass that requirement if you would like. Up to you. Or repair real quick. How many of those bios have I earned so far? 31,000. I need more, but I do want to save enough for one charge. We're gonna roll the dice and see if we can get any commerce insignias in the Borg system. We're gonna roll the dice and see if we get any commerce insignias in here. Hoping for my super chat at the end. Oh yeah, Piano. Thank you for the reminder. Oh my gosh, what a reminder. All right, so Piano. I asked you originally, did you have a Scopely ID tied to both? If you have a Scopely ID tied to both, you can very easily set up a new account on your new PC and not have to worry about it. Now, if you're asking to use one PC and one PC client to run multiple accounts, that is not so easy. That is something that you would need to set up through regedit, and that's not something just easily explained over YouTube. I mean, it honestly could, but probably its own video, honestly, because I don't know if you're even familiar with regedit. So it is possible to have one PC have this client run multiple. It's just not something as simple as setting up. I have talked to Ripper about making that a part of Ripper's shenanigans, but that hasn't happened yet. But anyway, if you're talking about two separate accounts, two separate PCs, yeah, just have a Scopely ID, really easy, log in, and you're good to go. Now, when you start the game, you will start off on a new account, but then you simply just log in with your player ID and you're good to go. So, STFC database says 800 shards for Max Nero, but I somehow have 803 out of 300. The math is beyond me. I actually think I've maxed out Nero, but yeah, he is maxed. You need 800 for the last tier, Raj. Like you need 800 just to get to tier 5. 800 is not total. 800 is what you need for tier 5. So if you're 803 out of 300, that means that you haven't tiered up yet. So when you look on stfc.space, that is literally every tier requires that amount. So I have maxed out my Nero, realizing it now. I just haven't hit the button because faction credits are too valuable for Nero. 800 is what tier 5 requires. Yeah, Andy is 1,500 total. Thanks, Andy. Now, there is a difference between, again, it depends on the officer, and that's like the tricky part, is it depends on which officer we're talking about at this specific time. So, like, if I pull up, I just used Picard earlier. So, the original Jean-Luc Picard, he takes, let me math this out real quick. 180 plus 180 plus 275 plus 375 plus 900. He takes almost 2,000. The original Picard to max out takes 1,910 shards to max out. So it just depends on which officer. But yeah, I wish there was a set standard. That'd be heckin' easy. Oh, so also 2 shards away from maxing out Gorkon. How have you not done that yet? You noob. Now Kirk makes sense, but Gorkon, how are you not maxed yet? All right, we'll do a couple more of these. Let's get my progress, start over on my second PC. I mean, when you download on the second PC Piano, you will start over. Like, if you download a new client, you have to log in. But when you log in, you've got your original account. Just have both of them tied to a Scopely ID. Just make another Scopely ID, because you said that they were 2 different emails. Make another Scopely ID with that email, and you're good to go. Christmas Fit Store, Scopely giving you a preview. Will it cost enormous for a single shard or BP like last one? Well, last year's Christmas store was considered the most generous store ever. So, I'm saying no. But I mean, I have talked about what is going to be in there. But the Borg Cube is going to be in there. I don't have cost of what things are going to be. Typically, costs are pretty static for all that. Oh, hey, by the way, another efficiency. There you go. Didn't even realize that oh yeah, because I went to level 49. I can do these now. Yeah, we're actually just going to fly through these because I will forget. And yeah, we're going to do that now. And I've got the Latinum. Don't worry about it. Remember, I just got that Treasury. So yeah. This is why Spock's Club is so good. I should pay more attention to it. I wouldn't have missed this. Voyager? I believe so, Peter, but again, I don't have a list like in front of me. I know the Cube is for sure. I'm pretty sure the other specialty ships will all be in there as well. Now, will you be able to get the Cube and Voyager? Probably not. You probably have to pick one. As just in terms of like just pure free-to-play currency. But all right, let's do... I just got to watch that because I do want to save just so that I can get a Borg Cube spawn in. Got 43,000 right now. With a Monavine, again, I assume Cayman. But again, if you go that, you're probably not going to get all the ships, depending on how much currency they pay out. Enjoy those uber cheap speed ups for now. Oh, I mean, I can enjoy them when I'm in 6-star 2K92 because I'm not going to be in 6-star for years. But yeah, dude, I know about those 6-star. I know about Sigma speed ups. Oh, enjoy your new financial pain point, my friend. Enjoy. You thought speed ups would never be a bottleneck? Ha, 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 ha. Scopely laughs in your speed ups. Also, there's new speed ups for those that didn't know for 6-star. They have their own speed. They have their own titanium, their own dilithium, their own bar steel, and their own speed ups called Sigma. So, it's just me, or that somehow increase the amount that I had there. You think the Borg Cube stacks up against the Monavine? I would rather have the Borg Cube over the Monavine like all day, every day, and 3 times on Sunday. And today is Sunday. Can you raid Sigma resources? You can raid Sigma resources with a 6-star miner. You can raid Sigma resources with a 5-star or 6-star miner. You cannot raid them with, like, I have nothing that can raid Sigma resources from a base. And Liam, yes, as of now, the sweepstakes are the only thing they're doing for the 5-year anniversary tokens. Am I asking them to do more? Absolutely. But that was the plan. I think it's a dumb plan. That was the plan. It's only 1.5 million Latinum for a 1-day Sigma speed up. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Now, people like K92 bragged about how they would be sitting around like, oh, I feel broke with 200 million Latinum. Well, here you go, sir. Here's your economy reset and brand new speed ups. Got to give credit to Scopely. They are really good. Being nefarious. I love it. Max, good evening to you as well. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you for coming in. Y'all get y'all's questions in here. By the way, again, one more time, if y'all want to support the channel, the donate links or the merch store, either way helps out. We have 400 people here, and literally, if everybody here donated $1, we could pay the electric bill. So, appreciate you for even thinking about me and being here. You're all freaking awesome. You really are. You really are cool people. So, heroic done? Nice. That reminds me, I need to do that. I need to do the heroic. How close am I to finishing? Because I do need to make that video. I'm just trying to be very picky about making sure I don't miss my summons here. But I do need to make sure that we upgrade. So let's do... We got some buildings that we can upgrade, some guns. Let's do that. We'll blow through our Latinum and start upgrading these guns. Let's get you actually into the 40s. Oh, gosh. What a that hit to the rare, man. They hit right in the rares. Hit me right in the rares, man. Right in the rares. Thankfully, we just did a treasury that focused on rares. So I've got enough to upgrade these guns. But my golly, Miss Molly, is that painful. All right. I need to go double check my score real quick because that one might have finished me. Let's go double check our score. I don't want to overscore it. How close am I? We're one away. So we'll go ahead and do it one more time. There we go. And that should finish me out. No, dang it, we're more than one away. Oh no. Oh no, we're several away. Oh gosh, I'm bad at math. Okay, so we're gonna fly through these real quick. Ignore me blowing through Latinum like a crazy man. I just got a bunch of it in a treasury, so I'm feeling uber rich today. I'm uber rich today. Can I explain the KDR metric? What do you mean? What do you mean, demon? Made this game so much easier for us who don't spend money on the game except for the occasional $20. Well, I'd like to think I make it easier for everybody, but yeah, I mean, those people, I do want to make it easier for spenders and free to play. I want everybody to have it easier. Is here Voyage in December store? Probably, but I'm not confirming it. Like, I don't have that for sure. Is it probably going to be in there? Yeah, probably. It makes sense for it to be in there. But I know for a fact the Borg Cube is in there. Whee! Just blowing through Latinum. So much Latinum. All right, we are not. We're at 7.19. So we're not there quite yet. That's 7.3. I think I got to get to 7.39 is my happy number. All right, let's see if I've got one that I don't have to blow rares on. Crystal. We could do Crystal. Yeah, let's do some Crystal. There we go. That'll do her. There we go. There we go. Now we should have Enterprise EP card. Now, just out of curiosity, let me check the leaderboard. I'm ranked 30. But this now should have given me Picard for the Enterprise E. No. Dang it, I'm still 25 short. For some reason in my brain, I was at 50 and I needed 25 more after the event. Apparently, I was at 25. So now I actually have to pay attention to this stupid event. And I do not want to push up and be ranked top. How much is top 10? It's honestly not that much. It's honestly not that much. Gosh. The things I do for videos, man. The things I do for videos. 3 million points is not a ton, but it is a lot of points. Hi-yi-yi. Yeah, there is more in the BP. You are right. But the problem is if I wait to the BP, that pushes back when the video gets released. I wanted to have the video out pretty early, but I guess we could wait. We still got, 8 days before this arc wraps up. But that's a tough one because I want to give y'all the content that you need. This also means I need to pay attention to tickets now. Oh. Now I need to actually do the ticket events to help get some of this stuff back that I'm blowing. Well, Andrew, on our server, usually people don't push that much, to be honest. The only people that push are going to be like in the top handful of folks. Most people on my server don't push. They settle for where they're at. All right, so I'm going to hit this last one, and then we're going to oh, man, I should have gone Stolen Bob's. Bob Lob Laws Law Slog. What a name. What a name. All right, so we're going to go ahead and recall because I'm taking home 58,000. And then we're going to summon, after we repair, we're going to summon in the Borg system and see if we get lucky and the Borg Cube drops us some yummy commerce insignias. So, some yummy commerce insignias. But yeah, Nox, I mean, I know about the Battle Pass. The thing is the timing of the Battle Pass. That's still several days. So that means that you wouldn't get the Picard video. That's going to be 16 more. And then where I'm at right now, I would get 10. Assuming I stay in the top 50, which I doubt I wouldn't. I mean, I really doubt. Because usually these people are not going to finish. If they haven't finished the heroic SMS now, they're probably not going to. So that would just push it back by a week, though. That's the only drawback. Or I push to be, because I technically do need to work on upgrading the pylon. This technically needs to happen. I don't have enough rares. Oh, I just spent the rare. I mean, I don't have the ship parts anyway. There's so many decisions and so many ways to spend in this game. Anyway, I'm going to debate it between now and the rest of the evening. So, all right. Any other questions and comments y'all have? Want to simply Picard into the video? Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Let's check my refineries one last time. Make sure I've done everything. I had not done everything. Let's go ahead and do all of our refinery options real quick. Let's check. Can't do that for 3 hours. I don't do the amalgam anymore just because time. That's hours. This is 3 hours, but I'm pretty sure I need to do that. I need to go do Borg solos. There's more solos I need to do, but I really don't do the fleet commanders like I should. I need to go do more of that, but we're good on that. Command center, not doing that right now. Voyager, I'm good for 2 days before the next set of pulls there. Forbidden Tech, Protomatter, there we go. Get some more of those, try to level that building up. Pickle, I need to do the shipyard. That would actually probably help. And then Sigma resources, I can't see. All right. Are cadets supposed to still get ads? I honestly don't know if it's like Twitch and signups prevent ads on YouTube. YouTube has just recently pushed this whole ad thing during live streams. It's a new thing. It didn't always used to be like that. But of course, everybody has to find a way to make more money, apparently. And YouTube has recently inserted that, and I'm not fully familiar with that system yet. I'll try to get more familiar with it. So I do feel somewhat less than brilliant. You did a crystal research efficiency last after blowing through a ton of research. Thankfully, I just blew through a ton of stuff after going through some of those researches. Thankfully. But I've definitely bumbled and fumbled that bag many times before, and y'all have witnessed it happen. So I can't pretend like I'm perfect there. All right, we are going to do this, though, because we just got these from the battle pass. I might as well pull them and hopefully get some cool stuff. That's the only way to get the Borg Queen exo comp. We got that, and then I can do that tomorrow. We need to go do a rare formation Armada. Hey, I can upgrade the Shield of Pericles, which is mitigation stats in PvP, which is actually useful for me, and nothing else. I am halfway to that epic. Only 9 of the Borg Queen remains. So I'm pretty far from some of these, but others, I'm doing quite well. I'm doing well. Oh, and we can upgrade our building to 25. Wait. 25. Wait, 25. 3-star trials. Oh, snap. Snap, crackle, and pop. 3-star trials. Oh, what a glorious day. Now I'm out of... I don't have any Taco Bells right now. But... oh, we are definitely hitting that button. We are definitely hitting that button. Tier 3 Q's trials? Oh, yeah, that's happening this week. Yeah. Good way to do my trials? Well, actually, Seb, I actually only got that amount because I did my trials and I was able to do the Protomatter turn in. So I was locked anyway. But all good. All good. Because I'll get more Taco Bells in 3 hours. And I will speed up the Court of Q now so I don't forget. And then we will do Q's trials. Look at that. Oh, I really am legitimately excited. I am legitimately excited. I've been waiting for this. Yeah, I want to unlock it. Trial unlock. Thank you. Starts off at 27.8. Child's play. Child's play. A swarm. Laugh. I laugh in the face of danger. Ha 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 ha. I really am excited about that, though. Like, y'all might think it lame. I'm legit excited about moving up to the 3-star trials. I really am. Yeah, you are right. I will get more bells as I do them, but we're already at our stream time, so we might do that tomorrow night if y'all want to join in on Twitch. If y'all want to join in on Twitch, we can start them maybe together if y'all would like. Maybe. We'll see. And just a reminder to those who asked about the Ad Astra event, the Overlord did reach out this morning and said that we will be able to finish it this week. So, too old for Twitch? No, you're not, Lucas. Dude, you're not. I literally have people who hang out with us on Twitch who are in their 60s and 70s. You are not too old. You are absolutely not too old. Do Q swarms count for Sunday swarms? I'll be honest, Paulo, I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, you are absolutely not too old. You're only as old as you feel, and you're sitting down right now, so you should feel good. Stop being lazy and come join us on Twitch. Now, if you're like in Europe and it's too late, that I understand. But if you're just trying to be the lazy, honorary old man, well, no. Get your butt into the stream. No excuses. Go over to Twitch and have some fun. 10 p.m. here. Okay, so now I can understand that excuse if it's a time thing. I can understand the time thing. That I can understand. It's a single swarm. Why would it matter? I don't know why it would matter, but it was a question I don't have an answer to. And I love finding out answers to things I don't know. So, but I mean, truly, it shouldn't matter. Ooh, another little bit of lag there. Look at you. Look at you with a little bit of lag. All right, I'm going to send this out before we wrap up. I do want to see if we get lucky with our Borg summon. Yeah, let's go check our Borg summon and see if we get the juice. 2 minutes. We'll see if we get the juice. You're in India and it's 2:30 in midnight here. Well, Samir, I appreciate you being here. It's very, very awesome of you. And I hope you've gotten some good information. You've enjoyed the stream and the content. Because there's been about 400 or 500 people here. I think we maxed out around 400 who are here. So thank you to those who are here. Y'all are freaking awesome. Truly. I hope y'all know that. Y'all are freaking cool. So thank you for being you. Legitimately. Thank you for being you. You're so old you drew up the plans for Noah to build his ark? Ah, bandit. You think that we're going to believe you're an architect? Nope. Nope. It's technically wouldn't know as I know it was an ark, but it was kind of more of a building, honestly. It wasn't really boat-shaped. I guess it was. Raj, have an amazing rest of your day. Jesus still owes you $12. Well, that's very specific. You blew my 20s teens mind when he found I was following on Twitch and had Discord accounts. Oh, you blew your 20 through teen. How do you have a 20 teen? Roy, you're confusing. But yes, you are on Twitch and Discord. Now your kids are going to freak out when they find out you're on Snapchat too. And what else? You're probably on TikTok. You got the clock app? You're on all the things. On all the things. Can you show the T3Q trial milestone awards? Sure. Absolutely. Whoops. That's 2-star. That's old hash. We're talking about new hash. So big one is going to be seal of approval. We like that. That's for going 4-star. Let's see. We've got rare forbidden fragments. So that's going to be our turn-ins. Oh, that reminds me. I need to check my turn-ins for the Q's trial because they probably have reset. They probably reset. But mostly it's rare fragments, which, by the way, that was like the whole big thing about buying the... whatchamacallit. Damn it, what was that? What was it that just did the parts? The whip. Yeah, the Ferengi whip. You're getting some of these that the Ferengi whip just kind of pays out. I didn't get the whip, as you could tell. But that's nice. All right, let me come in here real quick and take a look at our Forbidden Tech. And yep, here's our rares. Now we just pick, what we want to go after. And I actually have 220 sitting. So this is for... I love that we have this. This is super useful. That's mining. Meh. Rev is meh. This is another mining. Yes, Klingon mining. So these are mining lasers. What's this one? Borg nanoplate. Increasing critical hit chance in solo armadas. Armor piercing and accuracy in solos. Yeah, okay, so that one... This is one that I want. That's one that I want. So these are the 3 mining lasers, maybe? No, Borg Alcove. Whole health on specifically Voyager. Ooh, increasing hostile rewards. All right, so this one's tough. That one could be valuable. All right, and then we've got this one, which is the mine. All right, so I really don't give a frack about these 3. But these 2 I'm interested in, and we need to find out how can I get... Like, can I afford to get both of them? So. You got the alcove. Now you're working on... See, I don't give a heck about the Romulan mining lasers. I don't give a heck about any of the mining lasers. The protected cargo is cool. I get it. That's tempting. But, meh. Meh. The protected cargo is probably the only thing that really tempts me maybe to one of those lasers. Because all of them have the exact same. It just depends on, do you want gas mining? I mean, it doesn't matter which one you go after. But I do need to math out how many of these we can pull and make sure that it's exact. Because I ran into the issue like a lot of y'all did where I'm not able to pull the last of my seismic charges because, you know, Scopely. Yeah. Hey, V-Real, how are you? All right. Did we summon this Borg Cube? We have not summoned the Borg Cube. Okay. So we're going to summon the Borg Cube and see if we get any juicy loot. Here's the Borg Cube. Cross your fingers that I get the RNG that it drops commerce insignias. Nope. Scopely hates me. No commerce insignias for Rev. No commerce insignias for Rev. Yeah. Fantastic. But I did get more messages, so at least there's that. The other benefit is I'm going to get more messages, so I should be able to come in here and start at least getting more faction credits, so that's something. My messages went up. That is the definite perk of this run. So I must have got mostly Klingon. That's the definite perk of this run. Drawback, no commerce insignias. But if you did not know, that is one of the ways to earn more commerce insignias is that Borg Cube has got about a 30% chance of dropping a box that has commerce insignias. The Syndicate Spike just a better version of Prime Syndicate XP? Yes, Frank. Take 450 per tech. So Joseph, the question that I was going to math out is how much does the 3-star Q trial give you if you complete all 3? How many do they give you? So how many can you easily unlock, or is it all of them? You just summoned 22 and got 7 boxes. That's about the math, Don. That's about the math. Yeah. Congrats to you. I can, in a couple of hours, if I wanted to, I could do it again. Oh, actually, I need to go grind Herogen Relics. But anyway, we're going to wrap up for the day. Appreciate y'all watching. One last time, if y'all want to support the channel, check out the merch store and hit up the donate links. Literally, everybody who donates $1 is a huge supporter of this channel. Thank you so much for all that y'all do. Live long and plunder. Stay safe, other Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch me on Discord, Facebook, or Twitter if you need to hit me up. I'll be more than happy to help you out with your game. I love every single one of you. I appreciate all of you more than I can truly express. See ya tomorrow.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.